today I want to show you some differences in the waxes. There are different waxes that you can use in your emulsion. I'll just show you the difference, the physical difference that you may notice in some of them, okay, when you are purchasing your raw materials. Because I get some questions, oh, is this how this ingredient is supposed to be? Oh, I got the wrong ingredients. What do you think? Oh, can I use this brand ingredient to replace this brand when I'm already formulating with this brand? So all these things are the things that you need to take account of when you're a formulator. It's best to always stick with one brand for its particular ingredients, especially if you have been testing those ingredients before, or those brands before. We'll start with the cheapest that you can find, and it is common everywhere, and it is easy to use, like easiest emulsifier you can work with, and that is emulsifying wax NF. This is it. I'll bring out some that you can see the texture and see what it looks like. Can you see what it looks like? I hope so. This is what it looks like. This is emulsifying wax NF. I'll open silky wax. Is almost like emulsifying wax MS. The inky for silky wax is Cetiaryl Alcohol Cetiareth 20, and the inky for emulsifying wax is Cetiaryl Alcohol and I think polysorbate 60. Then there's another one that is almost like these two, but the inky too is Cetiaryl Alcohol and something else. I can't really remember. Silky wax is more expensive than emulsifying wax NF, and it gives more a better look to your production than emulsifying wax NF. Now this is silky wax. From the first look, it looks bigger than emulsifying wax NF. Let me show you the emulsifying wax NF. Oh, what do you think? See, emulsifying wax NF, silky wax, two together. This silky wax pellet, this silky wax looks bigger than emulsifying wax NF. Now let me show you another brand for silky wax that I have, so that you can also compare in case you're buying it from another brand. This is from Suffix Natural. This is from Formulator Shop. It's different. This is why it's better to stick with one brand when you are buying raw materials. Okay, see this one now and see this, totally different. That's because the manufacturers are different, so when you use them in your formulation they might come out differently. Okay, this one is not yet open. This silky wax is from Deal Organic. It is bigger. It's still bigger than Suffix own. It's not yet open, that's why I can't bring it out. I'm not yet ready to open it. See, it's bigger, it's big. This is bigger, and this is another one. So you can see the differences. They are all different from different suppliers, and definitely it's because they are getting it from different places. So that's it for silky wax. Let me now show you Lotion Pro. Lotion Pro. Oopsie, I've got Lotion Pro is also big. It is from AO Cosmetics. It's almost as big as this, but the only thing is this silky wax is whiter compared to this Lotion Pro. Let me show you the one from Formulator's Shop. The one from Formulator Shop is called Tego Care 165. There are different names they call Lotion Pro. Some people call it Alacel. Oof, let me see. Okay, it is smaller, but you can see. Where is the circle? Okay, I need to put them same ingredients, different brand. But you can see. You see why we have to stick to one brand when we start formulating. So when I'm formulating for like a private customer or as a contract manufacturer, once I start using one ingredient from like AO supplies, I won't go back to use from Formulator Shop. even when I run out, I'll have to go back to AO to buy. That is why you might see different brand ingredients in my corner, because we're working with different brands. Some brands specify on the one they want. Let's see another emulsifier. This emulsifier is also from Formulator Shop. Let's see. This one is Montanov 68 for people that want to formulate with natural ingredients. See, this is Montanov. This particular one is also more expensive than the ones I've been showing you, and this particular one is very nice. If you're making like luxurious emulsion, you can use Montanov. Then there is Varisoft EQ. This one is a cationic emulsifier. This is what it looks like. This is it. Let's compare it to BTMS 50. So the BTMS 50 from the same Formulator Shop. The inky is beryllium metasulfate, cetyl alcohol, and butylene glycol. All they see, the inky, when you see a lot of them like this, it means that they took like maybe 50% of beryllium metasulfate, and then 30% of cetyl alcohol and 20% of butylene glycol. They combine them together to make this particular emulsifier. So if you don't have BTMS 50, you might have beryllium metasulfate alone, and you have cetyl alcohol. Then you can also make your own combination into that product. So you just know how many percentage to combine together in that product to give you this. Beryllium metasulfate is a cationic ingredient. It is conditioning. It's to help bind water and oil ingredients together in hair products. Then cetyl alcohol is to thicken. So by the time you combine these two together, you get a nice consistency. And then butylene glycol is part of glycol family, like propylene glycol and co, is to reduce the surface area. So by the time you add them together, you get what you want. You might have to do trial and error in order to be able to get that ingredient, but there are some ingredients that are not combination into that inky. So here of an ingredient tells you a lot about that ingredient, such as this cetyl alcohol and cetyl 20 means they combine cetyl alcohol with cetyl 20. So if you don't have maybe an emulsifier on hand, but you have cetyl alcohol and you also have cetyl 20, these are the two ingredients you can combine together into an emulsion and make your own emulsion, and you still get a fantastic job if you get your percentage right. Cetyl alcohol in this situation is to thicken. Cetyl 20 job is to emulsify. Cetyl 20 can also be used in when you're making like hair gel. This is a good one to use. Either cetyl 20 or cetyl 25 is what you find in hair gel. I hope you've been able to learn a lot of things from this video. Then okay, we were comparing BTMS 50 from Formulator Shop with Varisoft. This is BTMS 50. Can you see 50? Then for Varisoft, this is what it looks like. Now let's compare that same BTMS from another brand. Let's see Dio Organic. Okay, it's not yet open, but from here, can you see what it looks like? This is what I know BTMS 50 to look like. The first BTMS I ever got was like this. After I bought this, I had to stop buying from them and start buying this. It's best to make sample first, test it, see how that BTMS perform before you now start using it in large batch. That way you'll be able to know if there's any difference in your formulation, because if I use this at 4%, use this at 4%, there might be some drop in the viscosity, or you might not even really notice the difference. But if we have like equipment to measure the viscosity, we might be able to determine if they are different, if we cannot really see it physically. So that's for BTMS. Now this is Oliver 900. See what it looks like. This is what it looks like. That's by the way. This is another emulsifier. This particular emulsifier can be used whether in water in oil or oil in water emulsion. It can be used as co-emulsifier, and it can be used as a standalone emulsifier or the main emulsifier, and then you have co-emulsifier with it. There's also glycerin stearate alone, but this is the type 2, the SE. I prefer purchasing this particular one, and it has no HLB. So this is the difference when it comes to using it in oil in water and water in oil. In oil in water, you use it as co-emulsifier. In water in oil, you use it as the main emulsifier because it is low HLB. So your low HLB emulsifiers can be used as co-emulsifier or as the thickener or as the assistant in oil in water production. But when it comes to water in oil emulsion, then you can use it as the main emulsifier in that product, and it is added to your oil phase. Now, Cetaref 25. This particular, okay, can you see the way it is? Can you see the Cetaref 25? This is good as main emulsifier. It can be used as co-emulsifier. It can be used to do hair gel to get clear product. It's got, like, it is so good. So it's so white. Like when you use it in emulsion, you can get like clear consistency, clear production. See how white it is compared to others. So you can get clear formula or clear products with this. I think that's about the ones that, and then you have your thickness. There are different thickness. Let me show you some of the thickness. You can have Cetaril Aqua. This is what it looks like, very tiny. Then you can have Cetil Aqua. Can you see? This is whiter than this. Then you can have stearic acid. See stearic acid. Now, one thing again is this stearic acid, even though it is used as a thickener in emulsion, you can still use it as the main emulsifier in your emulsion. But to use it as main emulsifier, there are other ingredients you have to include into that product. For example, including triethylamine at a very high percentage to your emulsion. So by the time you combine both of them together, they form a bind and will be able to emulsify your product. But this is another Montana 68. It's already blocked. I stopped using it after a while. After I got, where is it? Yes, when I first got it, it was from AO Supplies, but since I stopped going to buy my raw materials from them, I had to go for another brand, and that was why I started with Formulator Shop, and since then I've been buying from Formulator Shop. So let me, even as it is blocked, let me show you what their own looks like. It's been a long time I used it. That's from them, and this is from Formulator Shop. So wasn't this color, it was brighter than this, but as I left it, I guess it's already oxidizing where it is, so the color is already changing. So when you have your raw materials, buy in small quantities and don't be buying large quantity. Now this is a pearlizer glycol distillate. Whenever you are formulating maybe body wash, hair conditioner, or any type of emulsion, or you want that luxurious kind of formulation, let's say you have emulsifying wax NF in your formulation as the main emulsifier, and then you have maybe like Cetaril Aqua in that production, then you can also add like glycol distillate to assist that feel good kind of look for your formulation. This is a secret that you should that I'm telling you. So this one has been put away because it is no longer good for use because of the, you can see I didn't even use so much of it before it expired. This is from August 2024. Now I can no longer use it. Now let's talk about when your ingredients are also getting to like expiring date and you've not used it. It's better to use them in samples or for personal use. So best to just use them up, buy in small quantity. Okay, I'm not sure if I've showed you Olive 1000. This is another natural emulsifier. Now the thing about Olivem 1000, that if you don't really know how to formulate with it, it can give you that, that feel that your emulsion, your cream, your lotion does not get or blend well into your skin, like soapiness. They call it soapiness in cosmetics. If you don't formulate well with it, if it's too much, your water or your oil ratio is not well adjusted, then you might have that kind of issue with your formulation. Now, how do you stop this from happening? If you know you are not formulating natural products, then just add silicone with this, maybe like dimetical. You include it into that formula, it helps with that. But if you are formulating things like natural formulation, you won't be able to use silicone, but just go for silicone alternative. Go to raw material suppliers website to look for silicone alternatives. That's your emollient. So we're talking about your oil right now, so look for that. Use those more in your formulation and you'll be able to get away with it. So apart from that, it is a fantastic emulsifier you can use in your formulation. That's like about all of the emulsifiers we are talking about today. If you have been able to enjoy this class and learn from it, please give us review, give us feedback, comment, like, share, post, talk about it. Just give us a thumbs up. We'll appreciate it. We have different courses that you can learn from and we teach deeply. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.